All right, so you can get a sense of how angry people are. Let me go across now to a prominent citizen of Mumbai who's in Delhi right now, veteran actress Sharmila Tagore, always known for speaking up and speaking out her mind. Ma'am, these last few days have been painful for us as a country, but are you taken aback at how angry people are, or do you share some of that anger?
Of course I share their anger, because they have every right to be angry, because everybody fell so short, except barring maybe Mr. Kapil Sibal, who looked suitably anguished when he gave that interview with Karan Thapar for CNN and IBN. Everybody else, whether it was their body language, what they said, they fell short. After all, these people are public servants. They're there to serve the people. And if they're not touched with the people, if they're not, can't share their anguish, their fear, if they cannot reassure them in a time of crisis that we faced, what good are they? Of course, everybody is angry, and they have a right to be angry. Except that anger is an emotion that needs to be controlled, needs to be channelized. We have to be very calm when we are angry, and we cannot just let our emotion and anger get away with us. So we have to stay determined to engage with fundamental issues and not get sidetracked with like the comments that Mr. Naqvi made. I don't think we should get a rise out of it. It's a non-news, it's a non-issue. I mean, who is he anyway? You know, he's a very small fry and not to be taken seriously. I mean, I would request the women not to be offended by his remark. I mean, you're giving him too much importance.
Okay, fair enough. But as an Indian citizen, ma'am, are you a little worried about how disillusioned people seem to be with their political class? There are all kinds of inflammatory demands coming from people. We don't want to turn into a country of warmongers, but at the same time we want action. Where do we find that balance?
Yes, we have to find that balance. It's up to us. I think media has been very proactive. I think we need to, this is a wake-up call for the politicians. And I think the citizens have a right to demand. We want our security. And we have to work towards it. It's not going to happen overnight, because we've seen how blasé, how laid back, even now, I mean, the audacity of the BJP and Congress coming out with that ad, I mean, even when the bodies were not cremated properly. So it just shows that how flippant everybody has become. But their attitude needs to be changed. They have to, and to answer your question, we have to find an answer. And it will come when we are calm. We have to get, the main thing is to eradicate terrorism and to actually get rid of those training camps. That should be our focus, and we can't do it on our own. We need Pakistan, we need the Pakistan government's help. To say that carpet bombing Pakistan is the solution, to my mind, it makes no sense. Because, there is a difference between government and terrorists. So we have to understand that. And right now we have to, being the bigger and, much bigger than Pakistan, we need to be more proactive. And otherwise terrorists, what does terrorism mean? Because the aim of terrorism is to scare us, to frighten us. And we will play into their hand by just engaging in this kind of non-thing with Pakistan. So what we need to do is to actually consolidate. Even the media should consolidate with each other. The government of India, government of Pakistan must come together and work against the common enemy, terrorism. That is what we need to do. Because if Pakistan gets engaged with us on our border and eases out on the Afghanistan border before Obama has a chance to send his troops, then the terrorists and the Al-Qaedas and the Talibans will have more time to consolidate themselves. So, I mean, that is their strategy. So we cannot take that route.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're making a very passionate, no, I was just saying that it's nice to hear that passion can be sane as well, and I think that's what we're hearing from you tonight, ma'am. Thank you very much for that voice of passionate sanity, if I may use that phrase to describe what you just said. Thanks very much, Sharmila Tagore, for sharing your time and your thoughts.
You're welcome.